Welcome to Listen and Learn English, where you can improve your English at your own pace. Our narrators are all native English speakers, and their words are displayed so that you can read along and practice your English vocabulary. It's a great way to learn, so sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. The Thirsty Crow. In a land parched by a relentless summer sun, where months had passed without a single drop of rain, the earth lay cracked and weary. The once bubbling streams had dwindled to mere trickles before vanishing entirely, and the ponds, once brimming with life, were now nothing more than shallow depressions of dry, crumbling mud. The air shimmered with heat, and the creatures of the land struggled to survive in this unforgiving drought. Among them was a solitary crow, his glossy black feathers dulled by the dust that clung to him as he flew across the desolate landscape, searching desperately for water to quench his burning thirst. The crow's throat was dry, and his wings felt heavier with each beat. He had been soaring for hours, his sharp eyes scanning the ground below for any sign of relief, a puddle, a stream, or even a forgotten droplet caught in a leaf. But the land offered nothing. His strength was fading, and a quiet fear began to creep into his heart. He knew that without water soon he would not survive the day. The sun beat down mercilessly, and the crow's resolve was tested with every passing moment. At last, as he glided over a small village nestled at the edge of a dusty plain, his keen eyes caught a glimmer of hope. In the middle of a modest garden, shaded by a gnarled old tree, stood a tall clay pitcher. The crow's heart leaped with anticipation as he swooped down, landing lightly on the pitcher's rim. Peering inside, he saw the faint shimmer of water at the bottom, cool and inviting. His beak parted in relief, but his hope was short-lived. The pitcher was only half full, and the water lay far below the reach of his beak. He stretched his neck as far as he could, tilting his head and twisting his body, but the water remained tantalizingly out of reach. The crow stepped back, his small chest heaving with frustration. The sight of the water, so close, yet so unattainable, felt like a cruel jest. He cowered softly, a sound of both despair and determination. The crow was no stranger to hardship. He had survived many challenges in his life, from evading predators to finding food in barren seasons. But this was different. Without water, there would be no tomorrow. The poor crow knew that if he did not find a way to drink soon, he would perish under the unrelenting sun. He hopped around the pitcher, examining it from every angle. The smooth, curved clay offered no purchase for climbing inside, and the neck was too narrow for his body to fit. Tipping the pitcher was out of the question. It was far too heavy for a bird of his size. For a moment, he considered flying onward, hoping to find another source of water. But the thought of leaving this pitcher, the only water he had seen in days, was unbearable. No, he would not give up. There had to be a way. As he paced the garden path, his sharp eyes fell upon a scattering of small pebbles, smoothed by years of wind and weather. They lay strewn across the dirt, unremarkable to most, but to the crow they sparked a sudden idea. He tilted his head, his mind racing. What if he could bring the water closer to him? What if he could change the pitcher itself? With a quick flutter of his wings, he hopped to the nearest pedal, grasped it in his beak, and flew back to the pitcher. With a soft clink, he dropped the pedal inside. It sank to the bottom, and the crow watched as the water level rose ever so slightly. Encouraged, the crow returned to the path and picked up another pebble. Again, he dropped it into the pitcher, and again the water crept higher. A spark of hope ignited within him. It was working. The crow's movements became more purposeful now, his fatigue forgotten in the face of this new plan. He flew back and forth each trip, adding another pebble to the pitcher. The task was not easy. The pebbles were small and the pitcher was deep. Each addition raised the water level only a fraction, and the crow's wings grew tired from the constant flights. His beak ached from carrying the stones, and the heat of the day pressed down on him, sapping his strength. Yet the crow did not falter. He thought of the cool water waiting for him, of the life it would restore to his weary body. He thought of the countless times he had faced obstacles and found a way through. This was no different. With each pebble, he was closer to his goal. The garden, once silent, was now filled with the rhythmic clinking of stones against clay, a testament to the crow's determination. The other creatures of the village, a few sparrows perched in the tree, a lizard darting across the path, watched in quiet curiosity as the crow worked tirelessly. As the pile of pebbles grew inside the pitcher, the water rose higher and higher. The crow's heart pounded with anticipation. He dropped in another stone, then another, until at last the water was near the top, shimmering just below the pitcher's rim. With a final effort, the crow leaned forward, dipped his beak into the pitcher and drank. The water was cool and refreshing, washing away the dryness in his throat and the fear in his heart. He drank deeply, savouring every drop, until he could drink no more. His clever idea had saved his life. The crow stepped back, his feathers ruffled with pride. He had faced a seemingly impossible challenge and found a way to overcome it. The pitcher, once a symbol of despair, now stood as a monument to his ingenuity and perseverance. With a satisfied core, he spread his wings and took to the sky, stronger and wiser than before. Moral: where there's a will, there's a way. This timeless story of the thirsty crow offers a powerful lesson for children and adults alike. It teaches the value of resilience, the importance of creative problem solving, and the strength that comes from refusing to give up. The crow's situation was dire. Faced with a pitcher of water he could not reach, he could have surrendered to despair. Instead, he used his quick thinking to devise a plan, turning an impossible situation into a solvable one. Each pebble he dropped was a small step towards his goal, a reminder that even the most daunting challenges can be overcome with persistence and ingenuity. The crow's journey also highlights the importance of hard work. Dropping pebbles one by one was exhausting, and the progress was slow. Yet the crow pressed on, undeterred by the effort required. His determination to keep going, even when the task seemed endless, is a lesson in patience and perseverance. Children can learn from this story that success often requires sustained effort and a willingness to tackle problems step by step. Moreover, the story underscores the power of observation and resourcefulness. The crow did not have tools or help, he had only his wits and the resources around him. By noticing the pebbles and recognizing their potential, he turned an ordinary object into the key to his survival. This encourages children to look at their surroundings with curiosity and to think creatively about how to use what they have to solve problems. In a broader sense, the story of the thirsty crow is a celebration of hope and agency. It reminds us that no matter how hopeless a situation may seem, there is always a way forward if we are willing to think, act, and persist. The crow's triumph is a testament to the strength of the will and the power of a determined mind. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please support us by giving it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We release new videos just like this one each week, so join us and listen to learn English.